Sup y'all, today I'm going to be showing you how to make the best intermittent fasting weight loss plan and one that actually works. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so let's try to keep things as simple and as basic as possible, starting off with the first thing, which is picking a schedule. And without going into too much detail, regardless of you being a beginner or as someone who's already had experience with intermittent fasting and using it specifically for weight loss, I think the best schedule to go with is 16-8. Now let me briefly explain why. The first reason is because it's going to be the schedule that's closest to how you normally eat on a daily basis, with the exception of going a little bit longer than usual without any food. And overall, because it's the easiest schedule to follow, the fast isn't that long compared to other fasting schedules, you have a lot more time to eat, and because you won't feel as hungry following this schedule compared to longer schedules. That's why I believe that 16-8 is the best schedule to follow. Next, as part of the best intermittent fasting weight loss plan, I suggest you stick to just 2 meals. Because one, intermittent fasting, in order for it to work for weight loss, it does require you to be in a caloric deficit. Therefore, if you stick to just 2 meals rather than 3 or 4, however many meals you have in a day, 2 meals I feel is the best approach because you'll have a higher likelihood of being in a caloric deficit as long as you remember not to stuff your face. This is something that I do personally as well. I only have 2 meals a day for the most part, and I find it to be more effective than eating more than 2 meals. Alright, so if you can, stick to just 2 meals. Alright, so the next thing, keep in mind that whenever it's time to break your fast, you don't necessarily have to eat even though it's time to break your fast. I mean, just think about it. I've seen a lot of people where they, follow a specific schedule when it's time to break their fast. There were a couple of times where people have told me that, hey, even though it's time, honestly, I'm not even hungry yet, and that's okay. And if that's the case, just push it further. There's no need for you to feel this obligation where, hey, even though my timer says it's time to eat, you gotta eat. Don't think of it like that. Listen to your body and go from there. So since we are following 16-8, the next question is, when exactly do I start? And honestly, just start when you feel hungry, because you'll notice throughout the week as you go about your day, you're gonna see a similar pattern of specific times that you get hungry. Like for instance, myself, whenever I get up first thing in the morning, I generally start to feel hungry around 10 to 11 a.m. For you guys, it might be different. Just figure out what time that is and then use that time to set your schedule. So for example, myself again, since I start to feel hungry around 10 to 11 a.m., I'm gonna break my fast around 10 to 11 a.m. and then just count 8 hours from that time. Once it's 8 hours later, that's when I start fasting. Rinse and repeat. Hopefully you guys get the idea. Lastly, this is just optional, but I highly recommend that you implement this because it will speed up your progress. And that is exercise. And I'm not talking about going to the gym for like an hour to 2 hours and lifting the heaviest weights that you can. That's not what I'm talking about at all. And hey, if you can, then by all means go ahead, but keep things simple for yourself. And like I said earlier, listen to your body. A really easy exercise to do to help speed up your weight loss progress while intermittent fasting is walking. It's super easy. It is enjoyable for most people, and I hope it is for you guys as well. And if it's not, sorry to hear that, but it's an easy exercise to do. Everyone does it, even without thinking. So if you can start walking regularly, great. But if you find it too easy, then do something more intense. Or if walking's too hard, you should probably do something about that. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. And hey, if you guys are interested to know how to properly read nutrition labels for weight loss, be sure to check out this video right here. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video or are new to the channel, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and tap that notification bell so that you never miss out on any future videos. Also, don't forget to give this video a like if you found it helpful, and comment down below letting me know what's the best intermittent fasting weight loss plan for you. And with that said, I will see you guys next time.